And I think we are live. Hi, everybody. Hey, it's Becky from powertoolswiththread.com. That's my blog. Thank you all so much for being here. If you have not already, please chime in and in the chat and tell me where you are coming from. And it's just so wonderful to see everybody here from all over the world. It's great. So I've got a whole new camera set up today, and it's my first day to use it. So can you, in the text, in the chat, let me know if you can hear me during the live. That would be awesome. I'd appreciate that very much. So I see lots of highs and whatnot, but I do need to make sure you guys can hear me. I want to make sure that this one camera is picking up the audio. What does it say? It's good. All good. Yes. All right. Thank you, Marilyn. Appreciate that. Okay, good. Yeah, I've got 3 different cameras, so I can swap around a little bit. And everything's wireless, so I'm not tripping over anything. It's pretty cool. And my friend Valerie is here again. She is working the chat. And so if you guys have questions, put them into the chat, please, or comments. And she'll put them up on the screen so that I can look at them and answer them. Because if you're wondering, other people may be as well. So my husband just got back from a 3-day fishing trip with his buddies. So I was unsupervised all weekend, but I did have my new dog. So she and I hung out here in the sewing room most of the time. She's doing great. I was just telling Valerie, I don't want to jinx anything, but we're on day 3 of no accidents in the house. So I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, here's Mr. Man. He's back. Just came in. You going to say hi?
Hi, everybody.
At the camera right there. Well, if you look at the laptop, you're just looking down all the time. It's hard. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Hey, we have 2 seam rippers and 3 magnets left. I checked the inventory.
Okay.
Trying to work on them. I'm not going to stay here much longer. Had a rough weekend fishing. So I need a little bit of rest for another 2 days.
That's what you get for hanging out with people 2 decades younger than you.
They couldn't hang with the big boys.
That's right. Awesome. I'm glad
See you all later.
That was nice. He's had it on his phone, so he knew we were live. So he knew that was going on. But anyway, I've got something in my eye like dog fur. I apologize. Goodness. So, all right, I wanted to give you guys an update on the Calico Garden quilt. This is a quilt along by Lori Holt, and it's she's doing it on her blog, and I'm catching up. March put me behind. I had so many corporate videos that I had to make that I wasn't able to keep up with the quilt along. So I've got that all almost caught up. She's on week 11. I'm on about week 5 or 6. So I just did the picket fences down here. And for those of you that are following along, these chickens are freestanding. And so I won't be putting those on the quilt until these blocks get sewn together. I don't want to do that just yet because she hasn't said to do that yet. But I want to make sure I've got the root vegetables all cut out down here, the carrots and the broccoli and all of that. And I thought these were potatoes, but apparently they're onions. I don't know. I also made the roses block and the mums block. And so, rocking and rolling on this thing, a little bit's getting done all the time. So I'm really happy with it. It's turning out just precious. It's one of those, I was on the other side of the room and I was standing there looking at it and I was like, that just makes me happy. I love it. And this quilt finishes at 90 by 90. And somebody emailed me and said, what am I supposed to do with a 90 by 90 quilt? Well, this will look adorable on like a double bed. If you want to put it over a bed, or it'll hide a big paint mess on the wall. It'll do that too. But it's going to be really, really cute. I love it. Okay. So I wanted to let you guys know that, what about your centers for all the blocks? My centers, I'm not sure what that means. What about the centers for the, I know what you mean. These brown circles that go on here. Yeah, so the plan, now that they're all finished, I've got them all cut, as a matter of fact. Let me see. I keep everything here. If you guys watch Pat Sloan, I have a little rolling assistant just like she does. And I keep all of my fat quarters here. And I cut them all out. So I have a strip that I cut 1/4 inch strips off of. And this is already backed with heat and bond light. And then here are all of the circles that will go in the centers of these blocks. Okay. And so there's 23 of these star blocks. I did one of them just to make sure it was going to work. And then, so the plan is I'll just pull this up in the multi-needle and, I can probably get the 2 of them in the hoop at a time. And I'll just stitch, I'll just run them through over and over and over and get these all done. So gotta love a camera system, right? That'll be great. So just kind of going through things. Now, for those of you that are new, and this is all new to you and you don't know, Lori Holt uses these plastic templates called Simple Shapes. And her method is to trace around the simple shape on some interfacing and then put it right sides together and sew all around the shape, make a snip, turn it. And did I finish the quilting in the chicken salad quilt? Yes, Susan, I did. I did a stipple all over that, all around the birds. That was, and I free motion quilted the stipple. So there's some small, there's some big. Yeah, it's my first time. It turned out adorable. I love it. But anyway, so that method she uses for applique, and then she uses fabric glue to glue it all together and everything. I don't do that. I trace around those simple shapes on printer paper, scanned it into the scan and cut, and then the FCM file from the scan and cut, I import into Stitch Artist 2, Embrilliant Stitch Artist 2, and with the click of one button, turn it into an embroidery applique design. So what rotary cutter do I love and how many layers do I successfully cut at a time? Okay, rotary cutters. Which one do I love? So I have never had an Olfa go wrong. I can do up to 8 layers, I think. There's all different ones out on the market. I'm messing around right now with the one, it's not Dritz. I can't remember which one I'm using right now. And it's kind of, sometimes it works great right out of the package. And then you go to change the blade and it doesn't work the same anymore. I can't get it. I don't know what's wrong. So if that's that hard for me, then I don't want to use it. So I would have to say Olfa, tried and true. I have half a dozen of them around here and they always work flawlessly. So, okay. Before we go any further, I want to tell you guys, for those of you, I know let me do this. Who here is going on the cruise with me? The Sew and Sail 13 cruise. It's a scan and cut masterclass. And I cannot wait to meet you guys there. That is going to be January 28th through February 4th. There is going to be a live on that. I think it's on Amy Bachman's channel. And when I get the link, I'll link it below this video. And I'd like to promote that too. And if you guys want to jump over and see what's going on in that live, that's going to be Wednesday, I think at 7 Eastern, I think. So I will let you guys know about that. Yeah, hey, I'm going to be doing a giveaway as usual on my Sunday live. So do a hashtag power tools, and I'm going to put it in the chat right here so you guys can see what that is. And then it's hashtag P, and hashtag is like a pound sign, POWERTOOLS, all one word. Go ahead and do that in the chat. It doesn't work in a comment below the video on YouTube. You need to do it in the chat during the live. So if you put hashtag power tools, I'll get to in a minute what I've got to give you guys. I know y'all don't care. You just like, give it whatever, I want it. Okay, so sewandsailcruise.com is the sewandsailcruise.com is the website if you are interested in going. I will be teaching the method I was just talking to you guys about of scanning in simple shapes, using the scan and cut to cut your fabric pieces so that they're perfect, and then turning that into an embroidery design. So, okay, and then it just streamlines the whole process. It completely automates your embroidery or the quilting. It's fabulous, the applique quilting. All right, I'm marking off what I have got to talk to you guys about. So last week I had showed you guys the Designs by Juju Patriotic table topper. This thing is so pretty. Let me get it down so you can see it. Oh, up close. I've got it magnetized in here. I want to show it to you up close and personal. I'm going to switch cameras. Are we ready? Oh, yay, it worked. This turned out so pretty. It is a beautiful in the hoop project. And I used metallic threads on here. There are fabric kits for this at Amy Sews. So I'm just so happy with this. And I also wanted to let you guys know, if you wanted to make this like either in the stars or maybe some of these points or whatever, consider using some glitter vinyl. Wouldn't that be pretty in the stars? Or maybe if you've got some excess red, how pretty would that be? Just gorgeous stuff. If you're making the red, white, and blue version and you've got white glitter vinyl, that'll be so pretty. So you want to be sure to get the stuff that is for machine embroidery. That was cool. I got the cameras to switch. Yay! You guys. Oh, that's a really good question, Susie. What model of scan and cut is needed to make that work? Any model of scan and cut will make that work. It is the file, the digital file that's created by the scan and cut. We've all heard of SVG files. Those are cut files, scalable vector graphics. Well, the scan and cut creates an FCM file, and that FCM file is what's needed. So it doesn't matter if you're using the new SDX model, everything from the baby, the 85, all the way up to the 330D, which is the top of the line today, or maybe you've got the old CM model. That works as well. I'm on two screens. Why am I on two screens? Let me go back to one screen. That was weird. So any model of scan and cut will work. And then there are various different pieces of software that you can do with that. Most of you, if you have got very high-end embroidery software, most high-end embroidery software will do that. You just have to go into the user manual. It's easiest to do it online. Do a Control F for find and look for the word vector. Importing vector graphics. And then you've got to figure out how to change that vector graphic into a, don't put import SVG, just vector, and it'll find it because FCM is a vector graphic. And then look for, how to convert. Those are the magic words: import and convert and vector. Get all that in, and very high-end software can do this. For a long time, I talked about using Simply Applique or BES4. Those are both good, and they're not that expensive. BES is the mothership software, and then Simply Applique is like they extracted just that piece of it out of BES, and they call it Simply Applique. The downside to those two pieces of software is they only work on a Windows machine. So you would need a Windows computer in order to use that. What I am using most of the time now, the other screen was better. What other screen?
when you went to that second screen.
Oh.
They keep saying you're out of sync and a little blurry. They said it was better with the other.
You know, I see that too on my screen. That's strange. Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. Let's do this. I'm going to do a little weirdness here with this other camera, and we'll see if this one doesn't work better. And I've got to get it tightened up and get that like that. And then we'll switch to, and how about that? Is that any better? When will I have a video on the seasonal pillow? Grace, girl, I'm busy. It is in the queue. Oh my goodness. Is that any better, you guys, on the video for, because I'm looking at the laptop here now.
You're blurry.
I'm blurry. Why is it blurry on me and it's not blurry on everybody else? Huh, on the other camera. That is so strange. Well, that's good to know. I'm going to have to play around with that. So,
they say you're still out of sync, but some say it's better. Some say no. It's a mix.
It's a mix. Okay. Well,
the screen you accidentally opened, not the other camera.
The screen I accidentally opened. That. Yes. Look at that. So that's a StreamYard thing. Oh, I know what that is. That's because that is the camera for the laptop that I am looking at and not the Mevo camera. That's why. Yeah. The Mevo, there's a little bit of a delay in the video. I do notice that. Interesting. Well, I'm going to have to do one or the other, you guys. Let me see here. So, okay. What was I telling you guys about before we got all out of sync with that? So we were talking about the ScanNCut and the software. So there is one thing that I recently noticed with the BES and the Simply Applique software. Sometimes, and it's got a glitch in it, sometimes you'll go to change it to a blanket stitch and it won't blanket stitch the whole piece. And I don't know why. And that drives me crazy. And so once I figured out how to do this in Brilliant Stitch Artist 2, I just am pretty much, that's all I'm using now. I do not have the glitch problem with that. And it also removes underlying stitches, which you cannot do in the BES or Simply Applique. So that's just a weird thing with those software pieces. Okay, so I had been wanting to tell you guys about that for a long time now. Hey, I got in new Villa Rosa Designs patterns, and I want to show you those. I need to tip this camera back down so that you guys can see these. And I'm going to go to this camera here and remove this. I'm the director and the, okay. And it says my local network is slow. Okay, that's fine. Uh-oh.
Screen frozen.
Okay. All right. So the Villa Rosa Designs patterns came in. This is Fire and Rain. And this one uses 6 fat quarters. And it finishes at 48 by 54. I am going to, let me see if I can do this different. Okay. This next one is called Landino, and it uses like focus fabric in those main centers, fat quarters, rectangles, lighter frames, darker frames. It finishes at 44 by 55. This is a nice quilt for a beginner quilter. It's very easy to do. It's almost like a log cabin. You're just framing out that center square. The next one is Strudel. This is really cute. This uses 36 2.5-inch strips from a pack. And then there is some extra fabric in there to make that strudel, that kind of zigzag. So that's cool. It finishes at 46 by 52. The next one is Zippity Doo Dah. That's really cute, you guys. Now this uses a border stripe. So if you've got a fabric in your stash that's a border stripe, that's these white pieces right here. This is a perfect pattern to use with that. It finishes at 47 by 59. So that's really a cute little quilt right there. And then we have Ascot. And this uses 42 10-inch squares. So it's perfect for a layer cake. Finishes at 57 by 67. That's Ascot. And then if you also subscribe to the Table Runner Club, then your table runner is called After the Rain. And it uses a couple of 1/8 yards and a 1/4 yard, and it finishes at 12 by 60, After the Rain. Very pretty. So what this is a club that you can get, pattern club. Usually you will find these cards in quilt stores, and they are like $2 to $2.25 a piece. But you get 5 for $8.95 with free shipping from villarosadesigns.com. And I'll put a link below where you can go and sign up for that. You can cancel at any time. She only bills when she actually sends them out to you. And then for an additional $1.75, you can get into the table runner. You can get the table runner patterns, $1.75 each. So, okay. And I wanted to share with you guys, I've shown it before, but it's been a while, how I store these things. So what I did was I went to Hobby Lobby. This is not sponsored, okay? Not at all. I went to Hobby Lobby and I got their 12 by 12 scrapbook. Just dug around for a 12 by 12 scrapbook. And then I found these 4 by 6 photo holders. So you get 6 to a page. And then what I do is I just put in one instead of putting them back to back. So I can look at the front and then I can look at the back. And that way I've got the instructions and everything. And what I did was I took the cardboards. I found some cardboard and I put on here like 10-inch squares. So these are all, let me see what these take right here in the front. These are yardage in this batch in the front. Okay. So these are yardage. And then back here are the layer cake patterns. And that way, if I have a layer cake, I can just kind of flip through these and I can do that. And now I've got 3 of these books and they are chock full and I keep adding more to them all the time. And on the outside where it allows you to label, I have on here yardage, fat 6, fat 8s, and 10-inch squares. So this is a really great way to keep your Villa Rosa Designs patterns, and it's at Hobby Lobby. I have a link below the video to the plastic inserts. So if you want to do that, you can get those at that link. Sometimes they're hard to find in the store. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I've got a bunch of patterns that need to go into those things, and they tend to stack up as the months go by. And then I just make stacks, that jelly roll patterns, charm pack patterns, and all that. So Villa Rosa Designs has an app, and this is so cool. I'm going to show you guys right here. Okay. So this app is so cool. It has rose cards in my list, and you can get this in your app store for iPhone and Android. So I'm just going to touch rose cards, and it's really neat. So there's a little filter up here in the top. So when you first open it up, they're all alphabetical, but you can go to filter, and then right here is fabric requirement. And this is where all of your pre-cuts are. So let's say I have a panel and I don't know what to make with it. I can come down here to panel and touch that and then hit filter again up there in the top. and it'll give me all of the patterns that they have to use with a panel. Isn't that handy? And you can just go through and see which one you like. And then when you touch it, it'll tell you how big it is and what additional fabrics you need. And what you can do is, let me see. So if I touch it and then, yeah, there's add to list. You gotta scroll, add to list. And I created a list. I can select my list, what I own and what I want. So I need to get that one, and that's what I would do. And I'll hit select for that. So now I've added that to my list. So the next time I'm in a quilt store, or right now you cannot purchase patterns on the app. You have to go to villarosadesigns.com to their website, and you can download patterns right away, or she'll send you the little card. So, and that's free shipping as well. So that's pretty cool. All right. So once again, hashtag Power Tools, the giveaway. Let me show you. Fat Quarter Shop sent me some goodies, and we have the Simply Signs Pattern Series number 2. It's Welcome. Let me pull that out because of the glare. Sorry, guys. There we go. That's better. Can you see that? It says welcome. Let me put it under here. There, that looks really nice. So this is number 2. And this thing is finished size is 5 3/8 by 22 3/4. So it's kind of, it's little bitty. It looks bigger than it is. And then the other one, these are cross stitch patterns, you guys. The other one is stackables for March. That's really cute with the watering can and the bucket. That is so cute. Okay. And then along with that, we have a Flag Day tumbler template. It's an acrylic template to make the Flag Day pattern. So that's kind of cool, isn't it? Those are fun. So that's what's going to be given away. If you guys are so inclined and you want it, do a hashtag Power Tools. I'm confused. Are you using Simply Applique or Embrilliance for Calico Garden? I'm using Embrilliance Stitch Artist 2 for Calico Garden. That's what I'm going to be using for the most part. They behave pretty much the same. If you accept Embrilliance is a superior software than the other ones, I'm sorry. The only time you're going to see me using Simply Applique or BES is when I am doing a demo for a brother dealer, because those are brother products. But from now on, I'll be using Embrilliance Stitch Artist 2. It just removes those underlying stitches without any problem. And it just performs so much better. And I just really like it so much better. If you have Simply Applique and you're not sure, you have it and you haven't used it in a long time, then you can go back and watch my old videos and you'll see how to do that. So what's the next applique for Lori Holt that I am going to be doing? I think, let me get it. I think, since I have the fabric and the templates, I think it's going to be vintage. So I bought the backing and I got Valerie's going, yay! Yeah, so I've got the Fat Quarter bundle and I bought the backing and I have the templates. So I'm pretty sure it will be vintage. That is so cute. It's such an adorable quilt. Okay. So, all right, put these away here. Hey, I wanted to let you guys know, Lucretia, I got your little card. Thank you. That's very thoughtful. I appreciate that. And then one of you also sent me an article from the newspaper from my DAR group. It's Althea. I'm trying to remember. Right here. And yeah, Angela, thank you very much for that. You shouldn't have. I get the Wilson County News, so I get all this all the time. But I appreciate your thoughtfulness and your beautiful Blue Bonnet card. Thank you so much. That's very nice. I appreciate that. So Amy Sews has a Scan and Cut Create box, and this month it's a package. And this month we're going to be doing glass etching, and I am so excited to learn how to do that. So the box contained some gloves so you don't get that stuff on your hands. And we got a dongle, which is kind of cool. It's just a USB extension to put into either into your Scan and Cut or your embroidery machine, whatever. And we got some armor etch. So I imagine we're going to be creating the stencil for the etching. That's what I suspect. And then we got a little glass with a beveled edge and everything. Very nice. It can be a little ornament. So that'll be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to that. And then it also came with some, this is what is going to cut out on the Scan and Cut. That's neat. I've always wanted to learn how to do that. Amy had a great idea. I watched her unboxing. She was in Vegas last week for a conference, and she talked about one of her favorite gifts to give away for weddings is to get, like, you can't do it on Pyrex, but you can do it on like Anchor Hocking glassware. Get one of those 9x13 casserole dishes, and you can etch their last name into the side of the glass, or you can put established, whatever. You can just put her name or whatever. It's just kind of cool. What a great idea for that. So I might etch on the Thompsons, you know, Becky Thompson on the bottom or something. So you can't pull that tape off, right? To mention, you may only enter once. That chat. Oh, y'all, that's, yeah, you can only enter once, and that's okay. If you did it more than once, don't worry about that, because the picker ignores multiple entries. So don't worry about that. It's okay. Yeah, one time is good. But y'all, there's 400 people on here. There's going to be a lot of entries. But entering more than once doesn't improve your chances. It only picks one. So, all right, what else? You guys, my embroidery fans, is anybody out here a Kimberbell fanatic? How many people are Kimberbell fanatics? Say I am in the chat and let me know. So Kimberbell used to send out the Bella box twice a year. And they transferred the Bella box to their sister company now, the Me Time. It means machine embroidery time. And so now Me Time has the Bella box. Well, they have the new, it's called Fresh and Local Spring 2023 Bella box. It has shipped out already. They did a live unboxing of it. And right now, if you are not a subscriber to the Bella box, I've got a link below to the wait list. They are going to open up any cancellations or people who have just don't want to get it anymore or skips or whatever. They're going to open up some spots on the 18th of April. So you can go below to my link and click on that and go over there to the Me Time and sign up to get on that wait list. It's insane how people just love this thing. So it comes with a full color book of instructions, step by baby step instructions for 5 different projects. And the designs have 7 additional bonus designs that you get as well. And what's in here, you get a silicone iron mat, and that is very cool. So that's a really cute color. I love that. It's a 7x11 silicone iron rest. You get a card that tells you everything that is in the box. You get you get a piece of their wool, and this is to make, it's a, you know, like when you take tissue and wrap it around a bouquet, you know, to put that. So you can embroider and practice doing cut work on this. And that's very, very cool. And it's just as a beautiful design. And you can also do one with a buttonhole on it. So if you want to put a button on there to close it up, you can do that. They've got this, you get a frame of all things, right? So you get this adorable, very cute frame. And the frame, they've got this is mesh. It's like let me take it out of here. It's a nylon mesh. It will not mess up in your machine at all. It won't shred or anything. They've tested it. Let me open this up so you guys can see this. It's got tape on there. I got to get it open. Okay. So they've got this mesh, and you're going to embroider right on this mesh. It's blue. It's very pretty. And you're going to do this like this. And there is a cute little design that goes on here. Let me find the paper with it so you can see what it is. What did I do with it? It says living the good life. So here is the frame right up close. And it's got a little rooster sitting on that wheelbarrow. Isn't that cute? But you can see through it. It is so cool. Okay, so that's in the box. There is they're called Kimber blanks, and you get a olive green tote bag. And it's so cool. These blanks are so neat. Let me show you. They are designed. They're open on the sides and the bottom, and it is a shopping tote. And the design that goes on here is, it'll say shop local, but one of the bonus designs says shop local, and all of the little embellishments on that shop local design are for quilt stores. So there's sewing notions and whatnot. That's what I want to put on here. That's really cool. So you get this, and then once you get the design on it, then you just turn it inside out and sew it up the sides, and you're done. And the sides are already serged and everything. So it's completely finished. You just have to sew up the sides, and you have a tote for going to the farmer's market or to the quilt store. B for me, right? You get a garden flag, and the garden flag is very cute. I'll show you that. It's right here on the bottom. I want to get up where you can see. You know what? Let me hit this other camera. Yeah, I don't know if that's any better. You see the garden flag? And optional right here, that red stuff down at the bottom, they put some chenille in your embellishment kit. So that's really cool. A couple of different colors. Yeah, that's nice. It comes with all of the goodies that you need. You also can make, I really like this. It's a trivet, and it's called a Farm Fresh trivet. Let me go back. And this is it right here. I have it on the back. It's adorable. It is so cute. And it comes in 3 different sizes, 8x12, 6x10, or 5x7. Every one of these designs, every one of the designs that comes in here can be made in a 5x7 hoop. So if you have, if your embroidery machine is a starter PE 800 or a PE 770, like I started with, you can make all of this stuff. So that's really cool. And of course, they give you all the fabric for everything. And then you also got a pack of 20 little squares to do your applique for your tote bag and all that. And it comes with a roll of Kimberbell paper tape, which I go through this stuff quite a bit. So that's really neat. Lots of adorable stuff to do farm fresh designs. It also comes, some of the bonus designs that you get are not bonus designs. It comes with little name, like gift tags, and, you grow girl and that kind of thing, with some plants and just cute stuff, really cute stuff. So these only come out twice a year, these Bella boxes. So they're really fun, unique gifts and things, pretty stuff you can put around your house. Okay, y'all, I am making a mess over here.
Lynn wants to see the bag better.
You want to see? Oh, I'm stepping on
bag.
the tote bag. Okay, so this is a pretty good sized tote. Let me measure this. It will measure to, it's an 18-inch tote bag. So it's got everything sewn together. And this is what it looks like, okay? I'm stepping on my dog back here behind me, you guys. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. And then, of course, you're going to figure out where the bottom is by folding it in half. and then you find center and put yourself a little target sticker and figure out where you want your design to go. So that's really neat. And what it will look like, what did I do with the instructions? What did I do with the instructions? I was going to show you what the shop local design looks like, if I can find it. I've got too much stuff down here, you guys. Yeah, the instructions are MIA. Y'all saw I just had them in my hand. Oh, here they are. I put them in the box. So it's an applique design for the tote, and it says shop local. And it looks like farmers market stuff that you would get on the tote. Okay, but there's a bonus design in your download that you get that has all sorts of sewing notions. So that's kind of cool too. Very, very cute stuff. This is the floral wrap and some of the gift tags that go on the floral wrap. The thing I like best about these is you're getting the best written instructions in the industry to tell you exactly how to do what it is you're going to make. And you cannot mess these things up, even if you are a brand new beginner. And I like it because you're getting different medium to stitch on, and you're learning new skills. Also, something very cool, this farmhouse, this trivet. So once you get finished, you remove your stabilizer, and then you put a backing on it on the back side of the hoop, okay? And your binding is put on in the hoop. So when you take it out, all you have to do is flip the binding over, and then you can stitch it by hand, which I will not do, or you can stitch it by machine, which I will do. So I'm going to make that. I think it's just precious. So the way they do this is the box that comes to your door, and then you go to their website and download all of the designs. Can you box the bottom of the tote bag? Sure, why not? Tater tot. I say that all the time. I don't see why you couldn't. That'd be fine. Yeah, you could box it. Why not? Just to make it a little bit bigger? Sure, give you some depth. Now, of course, it would be a little shorter, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a pretty good idea. Make it a little bit bigger. It'll feel bigger at least, right? All right. So got that to you guys. Okay. I finished long arming Keith's quilt, the Autumn the Fox, and I want to show it to you guys. So I'm going to switch over to camera 3 here and let you see that. I'm going to walk over there. Okay. Let me just walk right in front of the camera. I'm going to bring you up and let you see. I used a pantograph from Urban Elements called Riptide. And it's kind of swirly, and it reminds me of how the foxes get swirls in their fur. And I'm very happy with it. And I struggled with how I was going to quilt this thing. And I got quilt paralysis. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do it, right? I'm just going to do it. The back is a grunge, and I just think that is the prettiest fabric. It just turned out so nice, and it matched so well. The color of the thread I used is an Isacord 0546, kind of a brassy gold. Valerie and I were trying to figure out what color it is. And then I had leftover backing, and I cut that into 2.5-inch strips, and it's also going, so this is it up close, the backing. So this is going to be the binding as well. So I've got to get that done yet, but yeah, it's finished. And I had to square it. Something else. Let's see. Okay. I got that done. I wanted to show you that and all of this stuff, Villarosa Designs and the app and the Bella box. My new dog is doing great. I told you that. We're doing well of that. Home Again Quilt Along. You guys loved that format where it was me with no makeup sitting there sipping on coffee and just sewing. And so I'm going to continue to do that for my early morning sewing when I'm working on that. That's a great format, easy to edit and get out to you guys for the rest of that quilt along. So you can expect more of those. Several of you made comments like you felt like you were just having coffee with me, or one lady said she felt like she was sitting with her sisters, and that was pretty cool. So that made me feel good. I really appreciate that, you guys. Okay, lots of questions. It is tax time. So a lot of you have asked me in emails and in comments and whatnot, what that app is that I had told you guys. Let me close it. It is called Easy Expense. And let me show you what it looks like, what the icon looks like. Here's my phone. It's a little yellow icon right there, and it's got a little notepad on it, okay? So this Easy Expense is the bomb. I'm going to tell you what, I love this thing. It has, I know AI is a bad word, but it's got intelligence in it. So I can be at the quilt store and I'll open it up, and I've got 3 different businesses in here. So I have Power Tools with Thread, I have our RV and boat storage, and I have personal taxes in here. And so up here in the top, I can change what one I want it to be. Let me jump over to Power Tools with Thread. You can set your budget. You can add cards. You can actually merge it with your bank. I don't do that because I don't trust that. I just don't. But what I do use it for is it has a scan receipt, and I just hit that button and it pops open the camera, and I'll hover it over whatever, and it will take a picture of it. It finds the date, it finds who, the business name, and if you paid tax on it and the total and all of that. And then you can go in and add notes. You can take another picture if you have another receipt or whatever. So you can say business lunch, whatever, and then who you were with and what you talked about, because if you ever get audited, you need all of that. And so I've been taking pictures of all of my 2022 receipts for Power Tools, for personal, and for the storage lot. And I just downloaded 3 different spreadsheets, and they come in Excel CSV format. It was fabulous. I can organize them. I can take out ones that were not business related, whatever, right? Whatever. It's just so good. And I have done a Zoom call with the developers of this app, and they're up in Oregon. So Eli is the name of the gentleman who is one of the developers on this app. So there were 2 or 3 of them on the Zoom call, and they're all here in the United States, which makes me feel good. It's not China. So they are working on a computer desktop version. So that's in the works. It's not there yet, but it's really neat. And I just love it. And so I can take a picture of my electric bill that comes in, and it automatically knows it's utilities, and I don't have to tell it that. So that's really cool. Okay. Is Easy Expense Apple supported? Yes, you can find it in the iTunes or the Google Play. So check it out. You can just start scanning receipts, because I had a stack of them. I started using it back in 2021. And absolutely love it. If you have a home business or you're thinking of starting a home business, you absolutely need, it's designed for the small business owner. So it's not designed for the big corporate guys. I'm very, very happy with it. It captures everything, and it's smart. So I have to tell, at one time, maybe that I was at, Fiberworks Fabric Studio. So the next time I take a picture of Fiberworks Fabric Studio receipt, it knows it right away and puts it into supplies. Perfect. It's just wonderful. So I can't say enough about it. I'm very happy with it. All right. So I had wanted to tell you guys about that. we are leaving on the 22nd of April, and we're going to Big Bend National Park in deep West Texas. And so I don't know if we're going to have any internet. So I don't know if we're going to do a live next Sunday. I just wanted to let you know that. So if not, I've got some videos that I have pre-recorded and uploaded to YouTube, and they are scheduled to come out while we're gone. So you don't go into any kind of withdrawals. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's all right. Yeah. All right. Somebody had asked me about my design board. What is my design board made out of? My husband put a wooden frame around it, but the underside is 2 layers of that purple foam insulation board from Home Depot. And then I have 2 layers of white batting on it, and fabric just sticks to it. I had 1 layer of batting, and you could see the purple through it. So I had to do a second layer. So that was poor planning. If you can get white foam board or put white foam board over the purple, that would probably be cheaper than doing 2 layers of batting. So anyway, hey, some of you have, I've been contacted where you're in our Facebook group. We have a Power Tools with Thread Facebook group, and it's wonderful because you can post your pictures of your projects that you're doing or ask questions or whatever. And it doesn't matter what manufacturer it's from or what design site or whatever. You do need to say where you got the design. We keep an eye on scammers or people who are trying to do indirect sales. We don't allow that on the site. But if you don't have a profile picture, if it's just a little gray with a head on it, your posts are not going to show. So I just want to let you know that I've had people contact me and they don't understand why all of a sudden they haven't been able to see their posts, and it's to prevent scammers. So if you don't feel comfortable putting up a picture of yourself, you can put a picture of a pet or maybe a quilt that you're working on or an embroidery project too. So it doesn't have to be your face. But all right. Do we have any more questions for me? I've been talking now for how long? A long time. Yeah?
Yeah, there's one.
We got one? What is it? Did I glue the batting on? No. No, the batting is not glued on. It is stretched. Oh, my husband used a staple gun, and he staple gunned it all the way. Now on the bottom, there's a little 1x1 wooden, this tan piece right here. And then that is nail gunned, little tiny brads, little tiny ding, ding, ding. That's what he did on this to hide. So if you were to pull this away, there's the big line of staples there. And then same up gunned into, probably went into the wall.
What's going on with your camera?
Oh, something's going, looking for cameras. That's my internet. Okay. Trying to come back. There we go. Sorry, guys. I think I'm going to next week not next week. I'm going to connect I'm going to connect into my mesh router with a hard wire and see if that doesn't make things a little bit better. So which Embrilliance do I use with the scan and cut? So Embrilliance works on your computer. It doesn't work with the scan and cut. The scan and cut just scans in a photo of, it'll take a picture of like a paper applique pattern or whatever is on the paper that you scan in. And then Embrilliance goes on your computer. So you can either take it, I send it up to Canvas, the cloud, but anyway, I send it up to the Canvas cloud. That is for the scan and cut wirelessly, and then send it back down on the computer. And then I've got it on the computer. I access it there and I download it to my computer, and then I can pull it into Embrilliance. So it doesn't matter. It works. And Embrilliance works with every single home embroidery machine format. So it doesn't matter if you have a Husqvarna or Bernina or a Janome or a Pfaff or whatever, or like me, a Brother machine. It works with everything. It's a third-party software that works with all different, it'll save to every home embroidery machine format. Which is better? Which Embrilliance is better for applique? Okay, so the Embrilliance that you have to use in order to be able to do this, where I'm scanning in where I'm pulling in a vector graphic and turning that into an applique pattern, you have to use Stitch Artist 2. So I would, if you don't have any embroidery software, I would use Embrilliance Essentials. There's 3 things I would get. I would get Embrilliance Essentials. That's your basic. Add lettering, copy, paste, merge, print, save, all of that. Your basic editing that you would do on any kind of embroidery would be Essentials. And then Stitch Artist 2 is the one that has the button where you click, it says vector, and you click it, and it will allow you to pull in those vector graphics. And then with the touch of one button, you can turn it into an applique design. And then they have an additional utility that is called Thumbnailer. And Thumbnailer lets you see all of your embroidery designs on your computer like a picture. So it looks like a little icon and you can see what you're looking at. So those are the 3 I would do. I do have a coupon code. I need to add it to the description box, but there is a coupon code for 10% off any Embrilliance software right now through the 23rd, I think. Is that right? I'll have to look. I will put it below in the description box as soon as we finish the video. So anyway, anything else? I've been talking for almost an hour, you guys. Can I get a drink of tea? Would that be okay? So, well, anyway, do I need to get Stitch Artist 1 or can you jump to Stitch Artist 2? So you can jump. Stitch Artist 2 includes all of the tools that is in Stitch Artist 1. So you can just get Stitch Artist 2. Stitch Artist is really designed for digitizers, and I'm not much of a digitizer, but it does what I want it to do to pull in those vector graphics and convert them to applique. So do any of these have the knockdown stitch? So the knockdown stitch, I believe, is in Embrilliance Enthusiast. I think that's in that module. So that's a wonderful tool as well if you're going to be embroidering on towels or something like that. So this is the best live program ever. Oh, thank you. That's really nice, Linda. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So this is just me to you. I don't work, well, I'm an affiliate for Embrilliance, okay? So I do make a commission when you guys purchase through my links, and I appreciate that so much because it helps the family business. But I don't work for the company, okay? And so it doesn't matter what embroidery software that you use, and I'll be frank about that as well. People email me and say, hey, I have PE Design 11 and I don't want to buy another big piece of software. You don't have to, because PE Design does that as well. I just went into the manual to see how it's done for this lady to kind of tell her what to do. But I don't know how to use that because I don't use PE Design. So there, I know that the Dime Pep does that. I know that the Vernia software does it. So the Floriani software does it as well. The beauty about Embrilliance is all of your updates are free. So you don't have to pay any more money. I have Embrilliance installed on the laptop that Valerie's sitting in front of. I have it installed on the laptop down at the coast. You can use the same license lifetime on as many machines as you want. So if you're using the other software, BES or Simply Applique, you can only install that twice. So if you're using a computer and it dies and you install it again, after that you're done and you want to use it, you're going to have to purchase it again. You don't have to do that with any of the Embrilliance platform software pieces. So anyway.
Giving away.
Oh, when am I giving? Yeah, let's do that. You want to go ahead and run?
I'll do that, but you haven't showed them what you're getting.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I'm giving away those, giving away the stackables, cross stitch, the welcome, the Simply Signs pattern series. I'm giving that away. And I'm giving away the tumbler to make the flag quilt, wherever that went. I think that hit the ground down here. Yeah.
They were coming at me too fast.
Oh, that's all right. Sorry, you guys. I wasn't clear. I get crazy when I'm standing here thinking I got to make sure to catch all this stuff and everything. So anyway, yeah. So do you want to run it and let's do the run? You want me to do it or do you want to do it?
Go going.
She's going. I don't know if you can, because you're not added. There you are. I need to do this and there. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Stephanie Miranda. Hey, awesome. Congratulations. Reach out to me on email, powertoolswiththread@outlook.com, and send me your mailing address, and I will get this out in the mail to you tomorrow morning. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me touch this and get rid of that. And oh, I'm back on a different screen now. And I'm good? That worked out well. Huh. Y'all, I do not know what's going on here. This is strange. Here at the end of the thing, you get this nice crisp picture, right? But that's because I'm using the camera that is on my Chromebook. Oh, that reminds me, I want to let you guys know. Yeah, my lighting's bad on this one. If you get embroidery software, you cannot run it on a Chromebook. If you need a new computer for your embroidery or whatever, don't buy a Chromebook. Chromebook can only run apps that it can get from an app store. And right now, there is not any embroidery software that I'm aware of that runs on a mobile device or on a Chromebook. So you don't want to do that, okay? It'll be a waste of money if you're buying it for your embroidery designs. But all right, you guys, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining me. I know you have a million other things you could be doing, and you took time out of your day for me. So thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Valerie, for helping me. You're awesome. You did a great job. And we will talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.